from a brand's radio station.
I don't know what's possible to happen first, a ceasefire or a definitive answer from Aaron Rodgers. Oh, wait, I think we actually got one.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. We are once again back at it again. It is your boy Theo Dorsey, Big Teddy on the microphone. June 24th. It is June 24th. Ooh. That's like, it's rough, man. It's the summer months of start. Summer months are here.
Time to power rank cereals. Let's go. Come on now. It's a hot dog, a sandwich.
Yeah. Is water wet? That's the season we're about to enter, so bear with us. But thank God we actually have some real news. And actually, if you are a fan of this show, if you caught the cold open there, I'm sad to tell you we got the least favorable of the two, the least desirable, the one that matters less. We got an Aaron Rodgers definitive answer today. CCAT's on the other side of the glass on the ones and the twos. CCAT, it does feel like a shifting paradigm here to have a question be asked to Aaron Rodgers. What word would you? I guess he says he's the enigma. He's an enigma. He is a personality that is a bit of an acquired taste, very condescending generally, very manipulative with his words. He likes to try and paint himself in a light that many people don't really give him the gravitas of. So generally speaking, he gives roundabout answers. That's the reason why he's wearing a Steelers jersey now and not a Jets jersey.
Well, yeah, he cut the crap.
Yeah.
Like he cut the crap and didn't pretend like he was far head and shoulders the smartest person in the room and we couldn't even understand what's going through Aaron Rodgers right now. Yeah. No, he leveled with us and just told us what was on his mind.
I'm happy for him. That's growth. And some people like to take a side on things. And then once they pick that side, they're like, oh, I hate Aaron Rodgers and everything he does from now going forward. And no matter what he says, how he plays, or any kind of new data point we get, they're 10 toes down on I'm anti-Rodgers. And then there's the side that I believe is worse. That's when you buy in on somebody or something, and no matter how many negative results you see, no matter how many times you see that they're lying in your face or they're being deceptive, or maybe they're getting some criminal trouble, you still like, nah, that's my guy. Yep. He's just misunderstood.
Ride or die is a very trendy characteristic people like to think about themselves.
Rough. That's rough.
Like you die. It's oftentimes die.
Oh, yeah. But I didn't introduce you. CCAT's on the other side of the glass, on the ones and the twos.
You didn't?
I don't think I did.
Oh, okay.
But welcome. Also, to the good people out there, I hope you are streaming us live on YouTube at ESPN West Palm. I hope you are listening to us on your smart speakers. Just tell your smart speakers, play ESPN 106.3. Theoretically speaking, coming to you daily here at 2 o'clock, running you through the 4 o'clock hour right into Russo and Rizzo. If you are watching us on YouTube, you'll see a little camp videos.
Nice.
Little camp videos from Aaron Rodgers. Now, sadly, it's going to be on a really quick loop because he didn't show up to the voluntary stuff. He only showed up for the quick mini camp. So we don't have as many camp videos to show you on the stream, but it is there for your consumption. CCAT, I'm done toying around with it. Rodgers gave us the definitive answer, and it happened on the Pat McAfee show when he was asked directly, is 2025 going to be your curtain call? And here it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. That's why we just did a 1-year deal. Steelers didn't need to, put any extra years on that or anything. So, this was really about finishing with a lot of love and fun and peace for the career that I've had. I mean, I played 20 freaking years. It's been a long run, and I've enjoyed it. And what better place to finish than in one of the cornerstone franchises of the NFL?
That's growth.
Yeah.
That's growth, A-Rod. I mean, I'm happy for the young man, or I guess I shouldn't say young man, old man. I'm happy for the old man. You know who, when he does suit up for the Steelers week 1, he is going to officially be the oldest player to ever play in a football game for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Nobody has done it over 40 years old. He will be 41, and turn December, he'll actually be 42. Now, there's no telling if whether or not he'll be actually still playing there, contingent on injuries and or a benching because he might be bad. But The old fart still got it seems like. I think the vibes are high in Pittsburgh right now. They're happy to have A-Rod.
Yeah, and they're getting a happy A-Rod.
Yeah.
I think that might be just as impactful because we have this, well, you might think a redemption arc, a prove everybody wrong season, or is it a celebration of Aaron Rodgers? It's not a sad funeral. It's a happy funeral of his career, which I think is a lot more easy to root for.
Yeah. I think finally, I think if we're going to go about it this way, instead of the way that he entered the Meadowlands, acting as if he was the second coming to Tom Brady, thinking he was going to lift them to title contention instantly. When he entered the New York Jets, it was championship or bust. I believe Aaron Rodgers has successfully, right or wrong, Aaron Rodgers has successfully lowered the bar so low when it comes to expectations of what he'll do in the Steelers uniform, he actually has a chance to succeed. I think there's a chance here that he can do some numbers for his Q rating. I think there's a chance he can actually go off into the sunset and leave us with happy memories and not, ones of him either underachieving or being absolutely annoying. And there's nothing he can do behind the microphone to change a lot of people's minds. He's going to have to do it between the lines for the Steelers. And the question is now, between now and the end of training camp, we as a public, them within the walls there over who the Steelers play. It's not Heinz Field anymore. It's like
Acrisure Stadium.
Acrisure Stadium. They need to decide what their goals are and whatnot, and they need to set whatever that standard, that bar is going to be. But I do believe whatever that is, it is definitely not what he came into the Jets organization talking, and that's why I think he has a chance here for a little bit of as they say in the TV shows, little redemption, little character arc redemption here. But he's got to win football games in that Steelers uniform. If he goes out like he did last year with the Jets, oh my God.
Yeah, and we all know he's not going to admit this, but Aaron Rodgers does like attention.
Oh yeah, he loves
it. It's like part of his brand to hate the attention and to hate to have to answer the questions, but he leaves you breadcrumbs and he leaves you reasons to ask questions. That's what he's done the entire second half of his career, really.
Is anybody still questioning whether or not that dude loves attention? There's no way to actually, no matter what he tells you, everything, all of his actions go directly against that.
And except for this right here, by saying outright, this will be my last year, it's almost succumbing to the fact that, okay, yes, I would like to be recognized as one final run.
Hold on, C-Cat. That's where I would disagree with you. Him declaring this his last year does exactly what he wants it to do, and that's turn it from what are the expectations for Rodgers in a Steelers uniform? How can he cement his legacy in this league? How can he go out on top like Manning did, like Brady did? It turns it from that to a celebration and a victory lap and a somewhat of a, okay, now that we know this is it for sure, let's just all appreciate him while we still have him kind of tour. I think this takes the tension away from his last season versus putting the tension on. Maybe he learned something from the past couple of years with the Jets.
That's true. Now you're buying tickets to your hometown football team because it's your last chance to see Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he's doing a victory tour. He's doing the victory lap. The same thing everybody says LeBron James is not going to go without. People who announce their retirement this far ahead of the NFL or NBA season or MLB, they don't do that because they don't like attention. Tim Duncan didn't say he was hanging him up until he was done. Peyton Manning waited until after the Super Bowl to officially call it quits. They didn't put a sign out there that said, this is it. This is the last you're going to get of me. Enjoy me while I last.
So you're right. You are right. I misspoke there. I think this is him admitting that he likes attention.
Oh, okay,
Before
there we go.
he wouldn't admit it. Now it's cutting the crap and saying, yeah, A-Rod, out. Dropping the mic.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so
because maybe 3 years ago, Aaron Rodgers would say, I don't know what I'm going to do in 2026. Like, I really like my personal life,
right,
but I also like football. And it'll keep you guessing. Weeks, minicamp, preseason, weeks 1, 2, and 3. Maybe after the Steelers rattle off 6 wins in a row, it's like, yeah, I kind of love this core. I want to see this one through. Me and TJ till we die.
Oh.
You're thinking, wait a second, Aaron Rodgers going to play till he's 51? Yeah, maybe he is the enigma. Maybe he could do that. Maybe he's going to beat Brady and all this stuff. Or maybe after a 3-game losing streak, it's like football isn't everything, guys. Aaron Rodgers 3 years ago might have given you a bunch of different answers that keep you guessing and keep you asking these types of questions. Now, cards are on the table. This is the swan song.
This is it. This is absolutely it. And with this being the swan song, though, C-Cat, how will you consume 2025 for the Steelers and Rodgers? Because I'm going to tell you what my standard will be for them. And this is more so based on if he wants to end things the right way. When I look at the quarterbacks of this era, many of them went out, if not on top, at least on a high note. When I look at, obviously, Tom Brady, right? Like there's no debating whether or not he did it the right way, winning a title and then having that comeback against the Rams in the playoffs the year afterwards. Brady showed us that he's so good, damn it, that to this day teams are like, I don't know, is he still available? Right. He's 48, but I mean.
I think we stopped asking that, like, legitimately, tossing out there, jokingly or not. Last season, what? No, we were still talking about that. Wait a second, ownership in the Raiders?
Yeah.
Does that prevent him from playing football? This will be the first season that no one will even half-jokingly consider Tom Brady in the NFL.
And that is absolutely crazy when you consider how old he is and also how old he was when he won his last title. He was 43 years old when he won that title with the Bucs. So, again, when I look at the way Rodgers is departing here, he has a chance to go out on a high note like Breeze did, like Manning did, like Brady did, and also similar, at least, to you think about some of the NBA greats, right? Like Kobe's last game left us with a great memory, 60 points going out strong. It wasn't playoff performances or anything like that, but it was more so, I still got it, I'm still him. Tim Duncan goes out with the championship. Like the greats of this modern era have shown the ability to do that. You go to the Steelers, the barometer for success is making the playoffs and winning playoff games. I think that mark is too high based on who the Steelers have on the roster and based on what it seems like is left in the tank for Rodgers. But what I will say is that would be what impresses me in 2025. If he can not only get the Steelers to make it to the postseason in a tough division in the strongest conference in the NFL right now, especially with the elite level quarterback play that we have up and down that thing, but not only make the playoffs, find a way to win a game, something that Mike Tomlin and the Steelers have not done since 2016, win a playoff game in a loaded AFC, then I can start to officially feel like Rodgers had his curtain call that is at least on par with what he was able to give us when he was at the peak of his powers throughout his career. He won a Super Bowl early on and didn't really do much substantially in the postseason after that. He's got to show me he can win a playoff game despite the challenges that are going to be in front of the Steelers in this AFC for me to feel good about this guy's career, for me to move him in front of a guy like Drew Brees. It's a Top 5 Tuesday, C-Cat. I'm going to be giving out my top 5 quarterbacks since 2000, and we have had some great ones grace this league. Aaron Rodgers barely made the cut. For as much as we talk about him, he was not a dominant force in this era. There are several years where his play did not matter to the result of who was going to be the actual champion in the league. In fact, his play oftentimes was the reason why the Packers fell short in the times that mattered most. I'm going to make the claim here today, and I'm going to give y'all my top 5 quarterbacks since 2000. It might shock you a little bit, but he has a chance to surpass Drew Brees, a guy that I didn't even really celebrate as much when his career was here, if he can win a playoff game with the Steelers this year. C-Cat, what are your expectations on these Steelers now that we know this is the final go-round?
This feels like a fall-on-your-face collapse. I said it a couple of weeks ago when the signing was made with Aaron Rodgers. I don't see him going out on top. And with your version of on top means breaking that curse that's gone since 2016 in terms of playoff wins. Yeah. Is that right? 2016, last
2016.
Win?
You got to win a playoff game. You got to break that streak for the Steelers if you want to have success. I'm not asking you to win a championship. That's what you said you were going to do with the Jets, not me. You said that Lombardi trophy was lonely. Guess what? Yeah, still chilling.
You certainly do. You made a great point, a fantastic point, how we looked on judging success of the Steelers this year, how it's a little bit different now that we know it's Aaron Rodgers' swan song, his last victory tour and all that. I don't see it working out. I truly, this is going to be the straw that broke the Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh back. Not that Mike Tomlin's going to let down the Pittsburgh Steelers, that the Steelers are going to let down Mike Tomlin. This is what the season that will make Mike Tomlin move on from the organization. I see 5 wins.
Wow. And I can't really, it's hard to argue against that. This might be one of the more volatile teams to pick when it comes to their win total in the league this year, because 5 wins is reasonable. 10 wins also for some people is something that is within grasp when you think about a team that never has a losing season. So that would mean the floor would be 9 wins. You can no longer go 500, Mike. You know what I'm saying? You can't. It's not possible anymore. You got to go 9-8 if you're going to keep the streak.
Tie possible.
I guess technically so.
Go 8.5.
I think 8.5 is their win total on Hard Rock Bet right now, and they juiced the under a little bit, or they juiced the over actually.
Okay, so it's more likely they finish below 500 this year than above 500, despite historical context.
And so if you are Rodgers right now, and this is the way that you want to depart, and you want to impress on your way out, and you want to leave on a high note, I always talk about this. Your stages of your career matters, the way that you enter, the way that you perform at your peak, and then the way that you exit. KD has the same thing facing him with the Houston Rockets. Funny thing is about Kevin Durant, because he is still excellent at his art despite his age, I think the bar for him right now is winning the finals. That's the bar and the standard that people are setting in front of KD. We need to see you do it without the Golden State Warriors. There's enough around you in Houston. You have a coach with championship experience. You have rising talent around you. We need to see you lead that team to a championship. That is the bar. For Aaron Rodgers, fine. You forced me to lower my expectations down to the ground where you have set them because of your past 3 years of play. And my expectations now for you is just win a playoff game with the Steelers.
But
I don't think he'll do
expectation?
I don't think he'll. Yes, is that a lot to ask? Is that a lot to ask, Aaron Rodgers? You're a first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback. You made the Steelers wait all offseason for you to come in there. You just got done ruining a franchise for 2 complete years, selling false hope and false dreams, all the while saying you don't like attention, but showing up to every single podcast interview or Tuesday sit down with Pat McAfee that was available. All we're asking you to do is win one playoff game.
When talking about Aaron Rodgers, the historical quarterback, and how we remember him, maybe that it would be an expectation in hindsight, but you and I have watched these past 3 seasons of football. A fair expectation is probably just make the playoffs. That's what to expect.
That's weak.
From the Steelers. That's what we have come to expect from the Steelers, and we haven't seen from Aaron Rodgers the past 3 years.
Well, how about this then? I'll deliver my top 5. I'll deliver my top 5 Tuesday right now. Top 5 quarterbacks since the year 2000 in the NFL. And I'll tell you exactly why I say he needs to win a playoff game this year. It's because you look at these quarterbacks on this list and what they did past the age of 40, and Rodgers not only pales in comparison, his resume is bleak. Let's get it on.
Top 5, no debating. Top 5, top 5, top 5.
Top 5 Tuesday here, and if you're watching on the YouTube stream, you can already see all 5 of them. Congratulations to you. You are one of our lucky stars, our good people. But if you're listening to me, you're going to have to wait and hear them one by one with the rest of our audio audience. C-Cat, though, I'm not starting off with 5. That's too easy. Let's start at the top.
Number 1.
Number 1 is Tom Brady. And I feel like I need to say anything else, right? He's got the Super Bowl titles. He's dominated these past 25 years, and he's still not done. Now he's an owner. He still will not get his pulse off of the league. The guy will not relent. In fact, I bet you if you ask Mike Tomlin today, you strapped him up to a lie detector, you say, who would you rather be your quarterback this year, Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady? He'd be like, yo, Tom, is he good? Is he available?
Right.
He
looked pretty good at Fanatics Fest when he was ripping apart Eli Manning's jersey in half.
I would seriously consider working out Tom Brady right now if it was possible, if I was the Pittsburgh Steelers, versus bringing in a guy like Aaron Rodgers for several reasons.
Number 2.
Top 5 quarterbacks since 2000. Number 2, some may say it's too early. I might say, damn, it's a couple years too late. Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. 3 Super Bowl championships. The worst season of his career, if you don't count the one where he didn't start at all, the worst season of his starting career, he lost in overtime of the AFC Championship game. And that happened twice. Like, he is the standard. He is who everybody gets compared to. And I do believe he is still in range to someday surpass Tom Brady. It's going to take a lot. It's going to take some luck. It's going to take some growth from Mahomes, but he still is in range to beat Tom Brady's career.
Yeah, and I don't think he has to match Tom Brady in Super Bowl championships in order to surpass him as the greatest quarterback of all time.
No.
How close do you think he has to get to, though?
Brady has 7.
He's got 3.
Mahomes would have to get 6. He would have to get 6.
I think 5 championships and being no, I think 5's fine.
I think 6. The reason why I would say 6 is because he also has, and though it's not necessarily fair to him, but still, life ain't fair. He has 2 playoff losses to Brady. One was a blowout in the Super Bowl. The other one was really all because of an offsides call in the AFC Championship game, and it was in Mahomes' first year of starting. And there was nothing he could do about that.
And it's not like he was going against prime Brady either.
Well, Brady was really good those years. He was. We're not here to debate Brady versus Mahomes, though. We're here to talk top 5 quarterbacks since 2000. It's more about a couple of names on the back end of the list, but not this guy.
Number 3.
Peyton Manning. Now, on our graphic here, I just have the name Manning. If you're watching us on YouTube, C-Cat, you said that there might be a debate whether or not I was talking about Peyton or Eli.
I said you should have put Peyton, not Manning.
I mean, but Peyton is... Manning, he is the Manning. All right, if we're talking top quarterbacks, Peyton Manning is the Manning. He's
15 years, maybe it will be Arch.
Shut the hell up.
It's possible.
You're right. You're right. He would have to do a lot to surpass Peyton, though, especially in this new era of quarterbacks. It's like everybody... Like, think about how many guys that we can say today are have it all, right? Drake May, where are the flaws in his game? Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, C.J. Stroud. You got Arch Manning coming out of college. A bunch of prospects here and there. Cam Ward looks great. Like, Tom Brady a couple of years ago tried to downplay the level of quarterback play in the NFL today. I believe this next generation, these next 10 to 15 years, with the amount of coaching and training that they go through, with the amount of football they play, we're probably just on the precipice of the greatest quarterback era in the history of the league. And Peyton Manning probably would have more titles if he didn't have to play against the greatest quarterback in the history of the league as well. He's number 3 top quarterbacks since 2000.
Number 4.
Number 4 on this Top 5 Tuesday, I am not going Aaron Rodgers, people. He's not there. You want to know why?
Yes.
Because I ain't forget about Drew Brees. I ain't forget about Drew Brees being given up on when he was 26 years old, still scratching the surface of entering his prime when the Chargers thought he didn't have anything left. And then when the New Orleans Saints, not the Dolphins, sorry Dolphins fans, they bet on black. They said, we're bringing Brees down here, and he became the savior of that franchise. He is a leader. He is a winner. He has just the same amount of Super Bowl appearances and championships as Aaron Rodgers, and he got absolutely robbed in that NFC Championship game in the Superdome against the Rams. He probably should have another Super Bowl title. That will go down as the single greatest robbery in the history of the NFL. How do you not call defensive pass interference right there?
Yeah, that was the worst call of all time in the NFL.
And
given the technology that we have, for that call to have not been made, it is unbelievable.
Drew Brees has better numbers, career numbers, if you look at it throughout his career, than Aaron Rodgers. He is heralded as a really good player for both of the franchises he's played with. And also, C-Cat, I'll say this. All these other dudes I'm naming, they played all through their careers with Hall of Famers. Name the Hall of Fame players Drew Brees played with. Try.
Darren Sharper.
No.
Will Smith.
There's 2 players that Brees played with in his career that are in the Pro Football Hall of Fame that have been enshrined in Canton. Both of them were with the Chargers. LaDainian Tomlinson, Junior Seau. His prime, he played without Hall of Fame talent on his roster. And he succeeded at a level that surpasses what Aaron Rodgers has done, given the talent that surrounded him in Green Bay and even with the New York Jets. And so here we go. Top 5 quarterbacks since 2000. I make my way all the way to 5 is Brady, Mahomes, Manning, Brees.
Number 5.
Aaron Rodgers made the cut. Just slightly. Just slightly, Aaron Rodgers makes the cut. And I do say he can contend with Brees. He can move up if he can win a playoff game in a Steelers uniform. It will be quite impressive. It will be a successful campaign. But I do believe he does not have enough juice left. There's a reason. There's a reason why not only did Aaron Glenn look that man in his eye across the table and say, we're good. but also the Vikings, who have a plethora of talent when it comes to receiving weapons, who have a genius offensive-minded head coach in Kevin O'Connell, and a very sharp GM, an extremely sharp GM. They said, we're good as well. Take your talents out there to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Keep your Tuesday hits with Pat McAfee going. It'll be fun. We'll be watching as well. Good luck to you, but you're not completing the little Brett Favre gauntlet on your way out the door. We ain't having that. We got J.J. McCarthy.
Rodgers had a chance to surpass Breeze with a successful experiment in New York. If Aaron Rodgers, I know the injury sucked. I know. Out of his control. That comes with the terms of getting older. If he brought the Jets to the playoffs, I think that you put Rodgers above Breeze.
See, here's the thing you forget about Breeze, though. He went out like a warrior. And that's the difference to me, too, with Breeze and Rodgers. Like, Breeze is a guy who I know loves football, who I know is a determined leader. He is a galvanizing force. He uplifts his teammates. He put the city on his back. What Drew Brees means to New Orleans, despite even some of the things he has said afterwards that has offended many people from that city, and I know because my family is from New Orleans. That dude is untouchable. Rodgers played for longer in Green Bay, and they don't want to get near him. They wouldn't touch him with a 20-foot pole.
Yeah, they point and laugh a lot.
Also, for Breeze, too, the last year, I believe it was 2020 with the Saints, he went 9-3 in the games he was able to play in, tore his shoulder, tore his rotator cuff, tried to play through that, and did in the playoffs. That was a game he had all those interceptions, just battling through injuries because he knew the team had no other option. What are we going to turn to Taysom Hill? Like, he left it all on the field, so much so, C-Cat, did you hear that he has to throw the football left-handed in the backyard with his kids now? Like, Drew Brees can no longer throw with his right arm. He literally left it on the field. And you want me to put a guy like Rodgers over him, who in the middle of his tenure going out, he's over here making Netflix documentaries about getting high overseas?
MVPs don't matter to you?
No, absolutely not. Especially when you don't follow up those MVPs with playoff performances. What did he do in the playoffs the years he won the MVPs? Absolutely disappointed. Y'all can't discredit Lamar Jackson's MVPs because he had playoff losses and then look at that dude and say, oh, it's all good, though, because he was a bad man and discount double check and all of that. I don't give a damn about an MVP if you didn't submit it, especially as a quarterback.
Exactly. That's why people doubting SGA.
That's my Top 5 Tuesday. Top 5 Tuesday, top 5 quarterbacks since 2000 in the NFL. Number 1, Brady. Number 2, Mahomes. Number 3, Manning. Number 4, Breeze. And number 5, with a chance to move up, depending on what he does this year, Aaron Rodgers. C-Cat, that's the Top 5 Tuesday. We have Mike T coming in on the other side, who is going to deliver us some great takes on that. I'll have to run that list by him. Also, I gotta run something by him that there's a Tua Tagovailoa comp.
No.
That I need to run by Mike T and get his feel on it.
Every comp I've heard has been bad this offseason with Tua. No. Is it a good one at least?
It's a good one. This is actually a great one. If this one works out.
Okay.
If this one works out, we're talking about Tua might have himself a bronze bust one day. That's how great this comp is. No good way to transition out of that and talk about our good friends at EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. There's just nothing I can do.
I know a lot of basketball fans that would love to have.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing, C-Cat, before you get hot over there in the production room with those basketball fans. It's getting hot out here in South Florida. It is getting super duper heated. In fact, it's getting unbearable just to walk outside. You know what? I'm no longer walking outside with a shirt on when I'm in my neighborhood. So if you see me walking around, chest out, by the way, bird chested these days because I ain't been in the gym enough, just don't blink. I'm just trying not to sweat out all my shirts. But what I do know is when I walk inside my house, breezy cool. That's because I'm with EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. I am a Gold Plan member. When you are a Gold Plan member, you get 2 visits every single year, making sure your AC is running at peak performance. It's not just repair, it's preventative care. And EDS is yes. They're the ones that want to make sure your comfort is an all-time priority. They also now, for EDS, have 0% interest financing for 60 months to qualified customers. You need to flip that AC unit? Need to get a whole new piece of equipment in there? Well, then EDS is yes. EDSisyes.com. That's the place to go. Ask yourself this question. Is your air or water flowing properly in your home? If not, EDS is yes. You know the deal. They are your trusted AC and plumbing expert, making sure your air and water are flowing properly through the summer and forevermore. Visit EDSIsYes.com today. EDS is yes. On the other side, Mike Tannenbaum, former GM of the Jets, former VP of football operations for the Dolphins. We'll let him grade my top 5 list. Theoretically speaking, on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
A resort destination beyond compare, yet conveniently close to home. The Breakers Palm Beach offers everything you desire with the service you deserve in a breathtaking oceanfront setting. Immerse yourself in unparalleled seaside glamour and enjoy all the Breakers has to offer as you create lasting memories with those who matter most. The best part, you don't have to travel far to feel worlds away. Visit thebreakers.com or call 1-800-BREAKERS today.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manzo's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manzo's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Mike Rizzo here with the Sports Business Minute presented by the FAU MBA in Sport Management Program. Arguably the most successful and recognized team in the NBA, the Los Angeles Lakers, have officially been sold. $10 billion. The Buss family has agreed to sell a majority stake of the Los Angeles Lakers to businessman Mark Walter. $10 billion. So let's rewind back to 1979, where Dr. Jerry Buss purchased the Los Angeles Lakers, the Forum, and the Los Angeles Kings for $67.5 million. The Buss family, great players and coaches, made the Lakers what they are today, but it's a new chapter. This is the Sports Business Minute presented by the FAU MBA in Sport Management Program. Accelerate your career in sports with the program committed to developing top-notch executives and managers with a focus on the job placement for students and graduates. The FAU MBA in Sport Management Program.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
It's official, Aaron Rodgers told the Pat McAfee show this will be his last NFL season, his first one in a Steelers uniform. To help us digest what Rodgers' career was, as well as deal with a extremely optimistic, I'll call it, player comp for Tua Tagovailoa from a person who would have some expert matter research on it, is our guy Mike Tannenbaum, who's going to join us here on the Baptist Health Hotline in a second here. Mike T, clearly a guy in the know, ESPN NFL insider, former GM of the Jets, former EVP of the Dolphins. He's joining us on the Baptist Health Hotline. Are you experiencing foot and ankle pain and need to see an expert in the field? Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has a team of foot and ankle orthopedic surgeons and specialists who are regarded as leaders in their specialty. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. It's Tuesday. He's Mike T, and he joins us here on Theoretically Speaking. Mike T, man, I mean, I know training camp is a little far out. You still got that football fever?
Every day. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Best sport in the world.
That's what I'm talking about. Straight like that. Dropping heat already. There's a lot of soccer fans going to be mad that you said that, but we'll ride. Mike T, man, I want to start with just picking your brain with some expert knowledge here. When I think about quarterbacks who have left the NFL on a high note, I think obviously Tom Brady, clearly Peyton Manning winning a Super Bowl with the Denver Broncos, and I still think Drew Brees, what he did, going out like a warrior, playing winning football all the way through the end, that was pretty sharp what he was able to do with the Saints leaving, obviously due to injury. Aaron Rodgers announced on the Pat McAfee show, this is it. This is his curtain call. What would look like a successful exodus from A-Rod?
Yeah, that's a great question. Boy, I would say, competent quarterback play. And what I mean by that, guys, is he plays well. There's not a lot of noise. They win 9, 10, 11 games, but he's out there. He's part of the solution, and there's no drama. I think it was just so noisy the last couple of years. He's an all-time great, but obviously just doesn't have a lot of self-awareness. So I think we'll know it when we see it. And hopefully he goes out in a way that, his career certainly deserves.
Do you think he's doing himself favors now for being clear and concise and saying, yeah, this is it, instead of the ambiguity that it seems like he's loved to trot the career decisions out with?
Well, the reality is, it's still going to be ambiguous because if he plays well and he's healthy, it's hard to think that this would be it. I don't, and just how he even handled the Jet situation and complained about flying out on his own dime, just show gratitude. That was an organization that did everything they could for 2 years. It didn't work out. Just, play well. Well played is better than well said at this point.
Mike T, man, why would you do that to us? We spent the past 35 minutes taking Aaron Rodgers for his word, and you just spit in our face. It might not be it.
Well, I mean, look, if he's playing good and they're protecting him and he's not getting hit a lot, don't you think that he could come back for one more year, no off-season program? Is that so far afield? Right?
I hear you. There was kind of this, there was a feeling of completion. What you just did to me would be as if somebody walked back into the Oklahoma City Thunder locker room and said, hey, y'all ready for game 8? Got one more in a couple of days. I thought it was over. Mike,
it likely is.
Yes. So we'll see. We'll see how the results play out. I think the AFC, not just the AFC, but his division that he's in is tougher than what he was in last year. And I think that is going to stifle any kind of level of success. Even if he is playing well, the bar is high to win in that conference and in that division. Mike Tannenbaum joining us here on Theoretically Speaking on a Top 5 Tuesday. And now, Mike T, I'm curious what you think of my Top 5 list. I did a Top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL since 2000. And yes, I'm old enough to have an opinion on this. So, Mike T, here's my list. Number 1, Tom Brady. That's easy. Number 2, Patrick Mahomes, already with the 3 titles and the MVPs. 3 is Peyton Manning, 4 is Drew Brees, and 5 is Aaron Rodgers, rounding it out. When it comes to the careers of Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers, who do you think has had the most successful career, especially considering that this will be the last year for Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, that's a pretty good list. I would put Rodgers above Brees, and candidly, I would put Burrow and Lamar Jackson ahead of Brees. Like, I think Brees had a really, really good career, but I like your list. But I think Lamar and Burrow have to be in that top 5 conversation.
Another Mike Tannenbaum. We got a 2-for-1 special here on the top 5.
So, Theo, is this list if their careers and football ended as we know it today?
No, so I would say we're taking everything that they have done so far. So I'll ask this question in a different way because I like the way that he projected out here. I like the way that Mike T projected out. How many quarterbacks do you think not only like that are playing today? Mahomes, I believe, is already past Brees and Rodgers. But how many quarterbacks that are playing today, like Burrow and Lamar Jackson, when their careers are over with, you feel like they'll have a better career than Rodgers?
Yeah, I don't think there'll be many. One guy I've always been high on, and he wasn't great last year, but like Jordan Love, I think Love has a chance to be great. He certainly didn't play that way last year. Stafford certainly could be in that conversation with another Super Bowl win. Those would be the other guys that come to mind.
I absolutely love that Jordan Love call, and I'm curious because you were in the GM seat before and had to figure out ways to find not the shortcuts, but maybe zag when other teams are zigging. How do you like the way the Packers have been handling his wide receiver room, not having that clear and definitive wide receiver one, but a bunch of like low spades that they throw out there, which kind of likely either makes it hard for defenses to game plan for, but also hard for those receivers to demand $30+ million a year contracts?
Yeah, well, and maybe this year that's changed with Matthew Golden, and certainly they've had the tight ends. But look, I think they've put enough resources in when you think about all those guys from Watson and Dobbs, Wicks. I mean, they're pretty deep there. So Jaden Reed, but look, they took Golden in the first round, so I think that's something that hopefully they've addressed for Jordan Love's sake.
I love it. I think that they still have been successful enough with it, and I think one thing that people shortchanged Jordan Love for was a lot changed last year when Christian Watson went down and they lost that deep threat, that guy that can kind of take the top off of the defense. That's when you saw a bit of the regression for them down the end of the season. Mike Tannenbaum joining us here on Theoretically Speaking on a Top 5 Tuesday, as he always does. Mike T, have you heard the player comp that Teron Armstead has listed on Tua Tagovailoa, and if not, would you like to hear it?
Please.
Okay. So Teron Armstead, he was on, I believe, NFL Network yesterday morning, and he was asked about the trajectory of Tua's career. By the way, as you know, Armstead played with Tua, but before he was on the Dolphins, he was a New Orleans Saint. Take a listen to who he comped him to.
I think he can do really special things with the football in his hand. I may be the one that originated the Drew Brees comparison, and I'll stand on that. I will. He's very talented. His anticipation, his accuracy, his precision. There's very few guys that's walked this planet that can do what he can do with the football in his hand.
Drew Brees was 27 years old when he played his first season for the Saints. Tua Tagovailoa, 27 years old today. Is Armstead on to something, Mike T?
Oh, boy. Look, the thing about Tua is no one's going to disagree with the talent guys. It's just whether or not he could do it for 17 games. And I think once Brees got past that shoulder injury, when he was with the San Diego Chargers, he went on to have a career that was productive and durable. And that's still the question that Tua needs to answer.
Yeah, the being able to play through NFL seasons is going to be good, but then also being able to play well late in the season and in the playoffs is a question he still hasn't answered either. I'm curious to you, as somebody that was in the front office during Brees' career, how do you gauge just how strong he was at lifting up his teammates? When I went back and looked through it, as good as those Saints teams were, he has 0 Hall of Famers from his Saints run. The weapons that he was throwing to, I mean, Jimmy Graham was great for a couple of years. Marquise Colston is a fan favorite, but he's definitely not one of the top 10 receivers even of that era. Like, how do you gauge him as like a floor and ceiling raiser for the Saints as you look at the other quarterbacks of his era who played with Hall of Famers all around.
That's totally fair. Him and Sean Payton had a great run. Look, he had Kamara for part of it, so I think, but it's a very fair point. On the outside, it was more, closer to what you were saying with the Packers than it was, a dominant front line, a Jerry Rice type of player. So, that certainly goes into the Drew Brees' special column. But again, I think Sean Payton did a lot for his career. He had a really good career. I'm not taking anything away from Brees. I'm just saying I don't think he's one of the 5 best quarterbacks over the last, 20 years.
Got to agree with you. I disagree with you on that, but I do have to agree with you on the previous point. You almost got me there, Mike T. I see why you're a pro, that Drew Brees, special talent, kind of gets overlooked here and there. Before you go, can you tell me, I know you're a basketball guy as well. You saw the Thunder win it in 7 in the NBA Finals. Do you see the budding dynasty happening there for OKC, or do you feel like we'll continue to get these unique champions in what has been a parity-laden NBA?
Yeah, I think it's probably more of the latter. Like, look, they deserve to win it, taking nothing away. But if Halliburton's healthy, is that game different? And, if the Warriors are at full strength and the Nuggets are at full strength, I feel like if they all play a 7-game series, guys, the winner would be, truly up for grabs. I think they're a really, really good team, but I don't know if they're ultra dominant. Now, SGA is just coming into his prime. Jalen Williams is coming to his prime, but I think that Nugget team is pretty good, and I would never count Steph Curry out.
And Mike T, from a GM's perspective, I forgot that I wanted to get you on this last week. In the NBA Finals, I don't know if you saw the headline drop, but after Game 5 when Tyrese Halliburton had suffered the calf injury for the first time, the next day, the GM of the Pacers traded away their first-round pick for this year, which, by the way, NBA draft tomorrow, and a prospect to get back their 2026 first-round pick for next year so they can control the draft next year. We saw what happened in Game 6. Tyrese Halliburton made it through. In Game 7, he pops the Achilles. How savvy of a move was that by the Pacers to get ahead of it, knowing Halliburton was going to want to play through a risky injury, to go out and get that pick? And was that something that kind of rose a red flag for you?
Yeah, I think it's a smart, right? Anytime you can be proactive on something, chances are it's going to be less expensive than if you go back into the market now. So I thought that was really, really smart. Now, look, you never want to see somebody get hurt, but that certainly worked out well for the Pacers, and hopefully he comes back. Maybe it's not the whole year. Maybe he misses 3/4 of the season. But I think that was just really very proactive by Indiana.
Yeah, like you've told us before, it doesn't matter if the game's going on, if you're in the middle of a run, a GM's job is never done, and the Pacers showed that as they worked ahead of what became an issue for them. So, Mike T, appreciate your time. I hope that football fever keeps on rolling on, but I also hope that you're wrong. I hope Rodgers is done after this year. I'm ready to move on.
Fair enough. All right, guys. Thank you.
Thanks. That is Mike Tannenbaum, former GM of the Jets, former executive vice president of football operations with the Dolphins, and ESPN NFL insider. He joins us courtesy of Eisner Amper, and he dropped some bombs today. He dropped some Mike Tannenbaums left and right. He came out the gate swinging.
Yeah, was it Burrow, Lamar, Josh Allen greater than sign Drew Brees?
He did. He gave us one of those.
Right now, today.
Yeah. He gave us one. Now, and I will say talent-wise, I mean, it's hard to argue those.
Right. If you're at a schoolyard playing pickup football, I want those guys over the best that we got of Drew Brees, right?
Can Brees give the pregame speech, though?
Okay. Yeah.
He's
a motivator.
That's the thing. He's a great motivator. He's a great leader. He's kind of like the antithesis of Rodgers in that way. He is. That's another thing I have to give him credit for, and it mattered. And it mattered to a great extent, especially if you talk about the way in which he galvanized that city and led a Saints team that didn't have as much talent that Rodgers ever played with, or even Manning for that instance. Like, Drew Brees was a damn good leader, and he took accountability. Rodgers, we'll see what you do. We'll see what you do on the other side here. We're going to get to the get-around. We're also, on this get-around, one of my favorite things to do this time of the year is talk about NBA offseason moves, and we had another big one with a recent NBA champion involved. That and more as we continue on a Top 5 Tuesday. That's C-Cat. I'm Theo Dorsey. We are Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
When you're in pain and an hour seems like a day seems like a month, there's only one place to go for your treatment. Pain Care Florida. Our pain management specialists have the knowledge and experience in state-of-the-art procedures to relieve pain and get you moving. Time waits for no one, especially when you're in pain. Visit paincareflorida.com. Pain Care Florida. Stop hurting, start living today.
Improve your golf game fast at the all-new Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center. The Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center has the facilities, tools, and coaching you need. Enjoy the best facilities in the area with an expansive chipping and putting area, practice bunkers, a huge putting green, plus a 2,000 square foot indoor training area with 3 hitting bays, cutting-edge analysis technology, and more. The Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center in the heart of Palm Beach County off I-95 and the Turnpike. Find out more at kaisergolfcenter.com.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
The Club at Lost Lake, a championship Fazio design golf course in Hope Sound. Golf and social memberships are now available with no waiting list and immediate access. The course and club will see over $10 million in capital improvements and is one of the best private club values in the area. Experience the beauty and challenge of this renowned course for yourself. Enjoy year-round access to exclusive amenities and events. Elevate your game, elevate your experience. Discover the Club at Lost Lake. Visit clublostlake.com to schedule a visit today.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
What would you do with an extra $700? You can earn up to $700 per year with Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Boost Checking pays 7.0 annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $700 extra to do what you love. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit 1 checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, proud partner of Florida Atlantic University Athletics.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
What?
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
You know what's a complete and utter waste of time? What?
What?
What was you about to correct me?
No, I didn't hear utter waste of time.
Complete and utter waste of time.
Okay.
Hearing about trade details after a blockbuster deal is made that other teams offered but did not go through. I don't want to hear about the Wolves and their big-time offer to get KD that didn't happen. I don't want to hear about the Heat and what they offered to get Kevin Durant that obviously didn't work out. No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, it's a waste of time.
No, it's not. It just makes you angry or justified.
Why am I report the Wolves offered DiVincenzo, Gobert, Dillingham, or Shannon in the number 17 pick.
Because if the Miami Heat went for it and offered Ware, offered Jaquez, offered a first-round pick and a second-round pick for Kevin Durant, you would feel a whole lot less angry with Pat Riley, would you not?
It's not enough. I'm still mad because it's not enough. So
you wanted a blank check for Kevin Durant at this day and age?
Yeah. Is that too much to ask?
Yes.
After years and years and years and off seasons of striking out, I wanted them to finally do everything it took to get him, and he didn't.
You know who you sound like?
Who?
You sound like the Cleveland Browns. That's who you sound like.
Well, at least
where
the
you
Cleveland
are willing
Browns,
to risk it all
Yeah.
for just one modicum of semi-success.
I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to ever admit to saying it. I'd rather...
Yeah, let's go.
No, I don't want to...
Buckle up.
I'd rather be the Cleveland Browns than the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You don't mean that. Come on.
I know I don't mean it, but you know what I mean. It's hypothetical. It's theoretical. Like I want to be the Browns for 1 year is what I'm saying. I want everything that comes with it.
You want more crack in the top 5?
Yes.
A chance. Okay.
Yes, I just want one. I want to see what that feels like. I ain't seen what that felt like since Michael Beasley. Okay. I just want to see what that feel like one time. Give me a star. Can we just get into the get around?
Yeah.
What you mean you don't know?
Get around is how we hit the hottest topics across the nation, no matter where they are. All right, the get around gets everywhere. I mean, it might even pull up to your house if you ain't careful. Where we starting?
Next stop,
we're going to start in Boston, Massachusetts, because the NBA offseason has begun. If you didn't get that signal from Kevin Durant leaving Phoenix, getting traded away to the Houston Rockets, well, you got another reminder when we found out that Drew Holiday has been traded to the Portland Timberwolves. And what did they get back? They got 2 second-round picks and Anthony Simmons.
I like Anthony Simons.
It's Simons?
It's all good.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Is there one M?
I don't know why it's Simons. Looks like Simmons. I hear Simons often.
Okay.
Honestly,
he just wants to be so far away from Ben Simmons that no one can ever confuse the two. That's where I think that comes from.
Well, the Celtics wanted to be so far away from the second apron so they can actually make actual moves to benefit their roster, and that's the only reason why they came off of Drew Holiday. I get the Celtics in this move, and I think they did an excellent job in offloading Drew Holiday's contract. He was owed, $34 million, $32 million over the next 2 seasons? And he had a player option. I forgot. Remember, they extended all of those guys right after the title. Drew Holiday is under a hefty contract that the Blazers are going to soak up. I love the deal for the Celtics. I'm not quite sure what the Blazers are doing here. Just not quite. Do you think you're a Drew Holiday away from making the playoffs or something? Because they kind of gave up assets to go get Holiday, who's 35 years old. You have a terrible roster. You just had Holiday on your team 2 years ago, and you gift wrapped him to the Celtics. Was that like a blockbuster kind of thing where you just they turned him in and they gave him back? I'm just confused what the Blazers are doing.
Is Drew Holiday selling tickets in Portland?
No. Maybe they're gonna. You know what? Maybe they're gonna move him again. Because last time they acquired Drew Holiday from the Bucks, remember that? So the Blazers traded Damian Lillard to the Bucks, brought in Holiday. They immediately turned around and gift wrapped Drew Holiday to the Celtics. That's what helped them to a championship. Maybe they went and got Drew Holiday back to send them somewhere else.
Wow.
But where? Probably Miami.
Portland is an arms dealer.
Yeah.
And their trade is just Drew Holiday. They know really good how to find a buyer and a seller of Drew Holiday.
They've got a Drew Holiday buyer on the other line. They're like, all right, hold on. I got you.
They just flip him.
I hope somebody's fooling them right now because I hate the Blazers because they wouldn't give the Heat Lillard. I hope somebody tricked them into believing they really wanted Drew Holiday, and now that the deal is cemented, they're like, actually, we're fine. Stick with that contract. Figure it out.
Next stop.
Let's go to New York, because we're going to the NBA League office, who are having a pretty good day today. Why? Well, the numbers came out. Game 7 of this year's NBA Finals, the most-watched finals game in 6 years, peaking at 19.3 million viewers. Is that news to you, Theo?
That matters. That doesn't matter at all. So you're telling me you had good ratings on a Sunday night when the only thing you're competing with, by the way, really stiff competition in my household, was Love Island USA. Also, it was Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Of course, it was the highest rated damn finals game because guess what? We ain't had a Game 7 since 2016.
Thank you.
What is it going up against? It is a win-or-go-home game between both teams. We all knew it was ending that night, and it was on Sunday. I'm just not impressed at all by that number. I'm not impressed. If it would have beat like Game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals, then it is a actual headline. It didn't even beat what? Like, what was it, Game 2 of the bubble finals? Like, what was it going up against?
Yeah. The mark said in 6 years, that was Game 6 of the NBA Finals 2019.
The Raptors clinching game after KD popped his Achilles.
Yes, that's the number that it did not beat.
That's not good. That's not that good. I'm not that impressed. Sorry. It's a Game 7. It also wasn't really that good of a game.
Stop.
We're going to go to Indianapolis, Indiana, or wherever Tyrese Halliburton got his surgery done, because he took to the social media internet and had this to say in a very long essay to the fans, to the world, to everyone who ever doubted him, and to everyone who has ever supported him. One nugget of information was Tyrese Halliburton would do it all again.
Yes.
Knowing the result, he would still play in Game 6, play in Game 7, even if he knew that Achilles would be torn.
1 point for Theo, -2 points for CCAT.
Whoa, we're doing around the horn stuff? You can take away points?
Yeah, I don't have the button for the take away points thing, but just imagine it.
Okay.
I told you. You don't get to Game 7 of the NBA Finals and be like, it's too risky. Like, you're playing through anything. If you're able to walk like he said he's going to play, and it didn't work out, but at least the Pacers have their pick. So they'll be picking in the lottery next year.
That's your get-around.
That was the get-around. On the other side, we have the happy hour. We welcome in Tina, and I do know one thing. If there's one thing Tina, myself, and CCAT all can't wait to get to, that's the Boca Bowl.
Yes.
That's the Boca Bowl.
Or the details are starting to spill behind the scenes. I can't tell everybody about them.
Well, I'm going to tell them at least the date. Can I give them the date and the time?
That is something I will allow you to share.
Tuesday, December 23rd at 2 p.m. That's right, 2 days ahead of Christmas. We're all going to be joined up around the proverbial Christmas tree that is FAU Stadium for the 2025 Boca Raton Bowl. It's kicking off its 12th year. Game going to be on ESPN. All right, 2 of the biggest and best teams from the group of 5 going to take action. They're going to get after it for a shot at the title. For more information, go to BocaRatonBowl.com or follow on Twitter at Boca Bowl or on Facebook, Facebook.com/Boca Bowl for more updates. We've seen Syracuse, we've seen USF, Western Kentucky, FAU. The names, the list goes on and on. Zach Wilson, Bailey Zappi, Devin Singletary,
Theo Dorsey.
We have seen me catch a touchdown at the Boca Bowl.
Before the game, but it happened.
Well, it happened at the Boca Bowl on game day.
That's true.
First touchdown of the Boca Bowl that year, by the way.
We also are going to see you give away in a Santa outfit.
Yeah, a lot of money,
right?
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, you're confirming it? You were going to be in a Santa outfit this Boca Bowl?
Still on the fence about the Santa Claus outfit. I'll wear a beard.
Okay.
How about that?
All right.
We'll start there.
That's how we start.
The 2025 Boca Raton Bowl, Tuesday, December 23rd at FAU Stadium, a 2 o'clock kickoff. Get your day started right with the good people. On the other side is the happy hour. We welcome in Tina, so you're not going to want to miss that. CCAT's still here, and many thanks to Mike T for pulling up and dropping some knowledge on us. Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 106.3.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
As market dynamics change, the quality of service you receive from your accounting firm shouldn't. Anshin Accountants and Advisors take the time to get to know you and your unique circumstances to help resolve complex issues and develop innovative tax and accounting solutions tailored to meet your goals. If you're a high net worth individual or business owner eager for a strategy to maximize tax savings, let Anshin deliver where others can't. Visit anchin.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, recalculating what's possible.
Good people. It's Theo Dorsey. Celebrate Independence Day with baseball at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium for the Mega Bash July 3rd and 4th. Don't miss the biggest 4th of July party in Jupiter as the Palm Beach Cardinals and the Jupiter Hammerheads take the field. Both games start at 6 p.m. featuring post-game fireworks and the Mega Kids area with inflatables. Stop by the ticket office today or go to RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com to purchase your tickets.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
Are you one of those people that just can't focus at home? The dog barks, the kids are screaming, and you're thinking, how am I going to get all of this work done? Working from home can be distracting, but Intelligent Office is here to help you focus. They offer quiet and affordable private office and meeting spaces in Palm Beach Gardens to help you get your work done. Call 561-472-8400 or visit intelligentoffice.com to reserve an office today.
Mike Rizzo here with the Sports Business Minute presented by the FAU MBA in Sport Management program. Arguably the most successful and recognized team in the NBA, the Los Angeles Lakers, have officially been sold. $10 billion. The Buss family has agreed to sell a majority stake of the Los Angeles Lakers to businessman Mark Walter. $10 billion. So let's rewind back to 1979, where Dr. Jerry Buss purchased the Los Angeles Lakers, the Forum, and the Los Angeles Kings for $67.5 million. The Buss family, great players and coaches, made the Lakers what they are today, but it's a new chapter. This is the Sports Business Minute presented by the FAU MBA in Sport Management program. Accelerate your career in sports with the program committed to developing top-notch executives and managers with a focus on the job placement for students and graduates. The FAU MBA in Sport Management program.
The weather is heating up and summer is here. Stay cool with EDS air conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can take advantage of 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong in sports, not in your home. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is the name you can trust since 2006. Visit EDSisyes.com today. Game day comfort starts now. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Introducing DQ Grill & Chill's new sauced and tossed buffalo chicken strips. A basket of 100% all-white meat seasoned chicken strips, now being served with blue cheese or ranch dressing dips. The blizzard of the month is the Strawberry Cheesecake Blizzard, a new flavor for the summer, featuring a creamy blend of strawberry cheesecake pieces in vanilla soft serve, dipped in strawberry topping. DQ Grill & Chill with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
This is ESPN 106.3, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Find official rules for all your favorite ESPN West Palm contests by visiting ESPNWestPalmContests.com. That's ESPNWestPalmContests.com. You're listening to ESPN 106.3, the ESPN app, and streaming on your smart speaker.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It is a Top 5 Tuesday. It is June 24th, and it is your boy Theo Dorsey. We're right back at it with you. I hope you didn't miss us too much over the break. That C-Cat on the other side of the glass on the ones and the twos. And pulling up on us for the first time today, gracing us and you all with her presence, Tina Costanza, Espresso Martina in the house.
What?
Listen,
I don't control that.
I give the applause like every so often. It's good to keep you on your toes a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not
I don't want you to come to
expecting
expect it. Like, you got to earn the cheers sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. That's okay.
You're okay?
I wasn't expecting the booze, though.
Does it feel like, does this kind of set the tone the wrong way for you right now? Or you?
It's a prove it year.
Yeah.
It's a prove it show for Tina Costanza.
Show us.
Oh, okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, show
bring
us.
the fire,
that.
bring the fury.
I'm competitive. Let's go.
Show us.
I'll bring
something.
the fire.
Bring the fire. How about this? Bring the cocktail of the day. All right, cocktail of the day. You always bring it here in the happy hour. It is how we get the thing going, how we get the conversation flowing. You can't have a good conversation without a little cocktail. And it's brought to us today by the place where you get your fire going every morning, F45.
Yes, and today's cocktail, I haven't had one of these in a really long time, a mojito.
Yes.
And this is a summer strawberry mojito. This isn't like crazy to make either. You could easily make this at home.
Yeah.
Some strawberries, some sugar, water, fresh mint leaves, lime, white rum, and then either soda water, club soda, or sparkling water.
Yeah. Mojitos are good.
I know.
Mojitos are great.
I haven't had them in a really long time.
Me neither.
I just stick with my tequila.
I
And
know.
it's really hard for me to not get tequila. And only because I've had I think I might have like a little bit of an allergic reaction to other things.
Yeah.
But my safe place is red wine and tequila.
You have an allergic reaction to alcohol that's not wine and tequila?
Yes, I swear.
What does the allergic reaction look like?
I get red blotches all over my eyes, my
Wow.
eyelids, and I will get it. I could have one, and so this is why I haven't had mojito in a really long time.
Yeah.
Because I had 2 mojitos once. I was not intoxicated.
Mhm.
I was not even tipsy. And I was extremely sick the next day.
Wow.
And then it happened multiple times doing that with I'd have once, I had 1 beer.
Yeah.
Extremely sick.
What?
It was very I had a weird 3 years after probably 22 to 25.
Wow.
Where I was just trying to figure out what is wrong with me, and then I just never went to the doctor to figure out if maybe I was allergic. But I knew my safe places were tequila and red wine and wine in general. And I just stay in that lane.
Go with what you know.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Y'all both have weird reactions to certain alcohols.
I can't drink beer.
Yeah.
Like beer, same thing. It will make me throw up almost at a 75% clip. It's
crazy.
But I do that happened probably when I was 21 with the beer.
Yeah.
And I do
Instantly,
a
too?
little, huh?
As soon as it touched your tongue.
No, it would be hours later.
Okay.
But I do like an IPA here and there.
Yeah.
Depending if I go to a brewery or something, I do like trying IPAs. I like ciders,
It's the worst, though. An IPA is like beer, but bad.
It's not bad.
I
like
don't know, I don't
IPAs
think
better,
so.
actually, too.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm not a huge beer guy either. I was a beer guy for a little stint in my life, but I can drink beers. I prefer an IPA.
I love going to breweries and getting flights and
Yeah.
trying just a little bit of everything. I like doing that. So if I'm going to a brewery, I'm probably not getting a margarita or a wine. I want to try new things and get out of my comfort zone.
Speaking of getting out of your comfort zone, F45, that's going to rip you out of.
Yes, if you want to get, it's summer.
Yeah.
We're at the beach.
Come on.
We're
Speaking of Love Island.
We were talking about Love Island earlier
Lock
today.
in.
You want your summer bod? A great place to start is F45. And it might be uncomfortable going to a gym, and it's intimidating too, walking into, say, an open gym, and you don't know where to start.
That's exactly what happened to me. I was like, I don't know what to do in an open gym. I need to go somewhere that they can coach me, modify if I need it, and tell me what to do because I have no idea what to do in an open gym. I don't know what muscle groups to work on, what days, and how many sets. I don't have to worry about that at 45. I walk in. They've got screens there telling you exactly what to do, when to do it, a timer going, when to go, when you're resting, a coach there that shows you every single movement. 45 minutes, you stick with it, you'll see results, you'll break a sweat. F45 Palm Beach Gardens. Check out their Instagram pages to see the specials that they've got going on, or go to f45training.com to find a location near you.
Gotta love that. Gotta love that. Being able to walk in. It's kind of like how what women say it's like to be able to like go out with your boyfriend or your husband. It's like, I don't want to have to turn my brain on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you handle the decision making. You guide me in this way. I want to be able to chill. I was doing that when we were in Chicago. When my wife and I went to Chicago and we would be walking from point A to point B, I'll be like, hey, you figure it out. I'm just going to be walking and like chilling and vibing and checking out the tulips.
It's so relaxing.
She led the way.
So you took, okay, so is it normally the other way around?
It's always the other way around. But in Chicago, she claims that's her city. You know, her fam from that city. She a Midwest gal. So
we love a man though who takes charge and ownership and like shows the way.
I'm always doing the driving and the guiding. That was our whole Europe trip. Especially when we were doing the walking around Florence, was she was following me around like I was Ash Ketchum and she was Pikachu in the little Pokemon game. Just I turned left, she boom, boom, boom. I was handling it. So when we were in Chicago, I was like, this is you. And it was nice.
So you boil it down to the whole boyfriend or husband ask girlfriend or wife, what do you want for dinner? Or where do you want to go to eat?
Yeah.
Like, oftentimes the question is met with resistance from said significant other. And they're like, I don't know. You decide. I don't want to think about this.
Just take the wheel.
I find myself in those situations a lot. I find myself having to make these decisions, calling the shots on where to eat, what to eat, where to go next. And you know what? It's taxing. I got to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Heavy are the shoulders that carry that burden.
Yes. The sea cat shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, you do got some pretty sturdy shoulders. Do you think he could be? You think he could be Love Island USA? You
Totally.
Matter of fact, there's no matter of the fact there at my shoulders.
It's a radio audience for the most part, bro. They ain't had to know that.
You think I got a buff guy voice? Is that what that sounds like?
You have a voice of a guy that could work out.
Really?
Yeah. You know, like you don't sound like a wimpy dude.
Okay, who does? Just asking.
Boy, did you hear Aaron Rodgers said he literally from his own mouth. Cena, did you see this?
No.
Aaron Rodgers said this is his last year.
Really?
He said, can we play the audio, C-Cat? Aaron Rodgers on the Pat McAfee show, he was asked straight up, and he gave a straight up answer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. You know, that's why we just did a 1-year deal. Steelers didn't need to, put any extra years on that or anything. So, this was really about finishing with a lot of love and fun and peace for the career that I've had. I mean, I played 20 freaking years. It's been a long run, and I've enjoyed it. And what better place to finish than in one of the cornerstone franchises of the NFL?
That's your team. See, he would never have dreamt of a better end of his career than to be quarterback for Tina's favorite team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. That makes you feel how, Tina?
I'm glad it's just 1 year.
Love and fun. Wow. You don't want Aaron Rodgers to finish with love and fun with your team?
I don't know. I would probably feel different maybe once the season starts. We'll see how it goes.
Doesn't he seem like a fun-loving guy? Love and fun. That's if there's two words you're going to use to describe Aaron Rodgers.
Loving and
fun.
Yeah.
I guess loving football and having fun with his teammates. Is that what we're talking about here?
Yeah.
Have we ever seen like pictures of him actually having fun?
Yes.
Like videos having
didn't you watch the documentary when he's smoking the what is he smoking? Ayahuasca and stuff?
Okay, yeah, like I get that that could be fun to him. That could be fun. Yeah, I
under
just don't see the excitement.
Yeah.
Under a waterfall with Miles Teller and Shailene Woodley.
That is true.
That's love and fun.
That is true. He is having fun there.
Speaking of waterfalls, we don't do enough team bonding these days. Are y'all up for maybe a pool party?
I like
pool party. Sound good?
Yeah, okay.
Take a listen to this.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire. If your vehicle has issues with braking or other issues, get it fixed right now at St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Thanks to the tip in the YouTube chat from Jalen, he lets us know the pool party is headed to New Orleans. Which pool party?
Ooh, I don't know. You don't want to go to a pool party in New Orleans.
It's a little sticky.
Yeah.
A little weird in it.
Check that water.
From Shams Charania, ESPN's NBA insider. The New Orleans Pelicans are trading C.J. McCollum, Kelly Olynyk, and a future second-round pick to the Washington Wizards for Jordan Poole, Saddiq Bey, and the number 40 overall pick in tomorrow's NBA draft. The trade swaps guards. The Wizards are shifting from Poole to the veteran in McCollum, who has an expiring contract. Washington is now expected to approach $100 million in projected cap space in 2026. The Pelicans get younger, possibly more dynamic with Poole and Bey. These are the new teammates of now Zion Williamson. If he can just get into shape, he can attend the pool party. And that is brought to you by that breaking news brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire. Tina, you just got some new tires from St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
I did. I was having some car issues, and car issues are very stressful. You think about how much it's going to cost me. How long is my car going to be in the shop? And I hate that feeling. But took my car over to St. Lucie Battery and Tire. They are the tire experts, or even battery experts if you need that. It was easy peasy. Randall, the manager, helped me out. Jennifer at the front desk was amazing. And that little vending machine even in there. So, I got a little hungry. I got a little snack while waiting. Wasn't there very long. They got me and Sally girl, my Sonata. Her name is Sally.
Sally.
All good, safe, and back on the road in no time. St. Lucie Battery and Tire. Check them out at slbt.com.
I absolutely love this news.
I was just going to say, I kind of forgot about Zion Williamson.
Right.
I totally forgot about him.
Yeah. Well, he had some scary headlines come out this offseason. I don't know if it's still in litigation or whatever. All I do know is since he's entered the NBA, most of the times when we find a way to talk about him or when he was relevant, it's generally not positive. We thought he would be a highlight machine. We thought that he would be, one of those guys. I mean, his high school highlights were trending and were crazy and were prolific. Even his college highlights at Duke, amazing stuff. And he just has not come anywhere close to the hype in the league. But we'll see.
He had Obama go to his game. Duke UNC. That's when Zion Williamson blew up his shoe.
Oh, goodness gracious. I mean, the dude is like, I guess we should have saw this coming a little bit.
You think the weight issues and how he was not a conventional pro athlete in terms of how he carried himself and his body physique wasn't aligning with all the other success stories we do have in the NBA in the past?
Like, he looked like a 30-year-old man at 16, but not necessarily in all of the good ways. You know how, like, LeBron was a man-child, but he was chiseled and lean man-child? Dwight Howard was a man-child in high school, but it was, like, form-fitting and strong and just like wiry still a bit. Like, he had filled out with grown man weight at 16 years old. So it's not a surprise that the injuries have and likely the what do you call it? Metabolism has already been catching up with him. And he's in like one of the single greatest food cities in America.
Did you know the Oklahoma City Thunder parade is right now?
Yeah, no, I saw that.
A quick turnaround, no?
That is quick.
They need to get him dudes a rest.
I guess it's compared to the Florida Panthers, who won the Stanley Cup final on Tuesday and had their parade almost a full week later on Sunday, whereas the Thunder won the NBA Finals on Sunday and are having their parade on Tuesday.
I wonder what the purpose of that would be.
Why couldn't we have waited till the weekend?
I wonder if they wanted to do it before the NBA draft. It was Game 7, so it pushed everything back.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was – I don't know.
So they already had like the –
you have plans in place.
Yeah.
So they already spoke with the city and said, if we do win, it will be this day, whether or not we win in 6, 7, 5.
I'm not sure, but I would say this. It's summertime, so you don't have to wait till the weekend. And why not ride the wave of relevance and the hype of just now clinching it? They also probably thought they would win the damn series way quicker than 7, so it might have been.
Kind of booked that date.
Yeah.
Got a little discount by not doing it last second.
Yeah, and they were like, shoot.
I've been around those streets that they're parading on, and you know what? Some good mini golf over there. That's what I'll say. Some good mini golf. They've got this canal that goes through Oklahoma City where they have like gondolas that's manufactured going into the lake over there.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Yes, you kind of get everything Oklahoma City has to offer in one day, but that's a good day to have.
It's not a bad thing. it's not a bad thing to be able to day trip a city and get out not feeling like you left unaccomplished. Like when we were in Paris and we hit the Louvre, which is the single greatest museum in all of the world, home of the Mona Lisa and many other great arts, but known for that, obviously. I was like, we probably hit like 5% of it, 5 to 10% max. And it took 3 hours or so. And I was amazed beyond belief. But I left feeling like, damn, like I really need to come back and explore more. Like I really want to see more. It was that breathtaking, but it also was just too much. Go to Oklahoma City, you're in and out in the day, you feel good.
You can speak on behalf of Oklahoma City.
Yeah, like if somebody quizzed me on the Louvre, I'd be like, oh, well.
No, but I got you. Talk about Bricktown Brewery. There's a melting pot over there. That was my first ever melting pot.
I've never been to the melting pot.
Once you did it once, you did it all.
What's the melting pot where you make your own food?
The fondue.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I haven't been. Y'all have talked about that. I've never been or done that, nor do I have a desire.
I have seen like a cute breakfast spot where you get to like make your own pancakes and stuff. I'd like to do that.
Ooh.
Like that sounds fun.
That's like, I think it's around the Orlando area.
Maybe.
Like in one of those cities that's not Orlando, but around Orlando. It's where you pretty much got to drive 2.5 hours. I've seen that too.
Yeah, it looks cute and fun.
I like. So I was first against these restaurants and grocery stores that make you work without giving you a salary.
Yeah, they pawn it off as it being like a part of the experience, even though you're just doing the work.
Right. Yeah. I used to not like that, but now I would prefer that than everything being driven by AI. Like that is more annoying to me than even going through self-checkout. Like why is...
I love self-checkout.
I know. I like it's efficient.
Yeah, Tina
I'm way better.
I don't.
See, I saw it in her eyes.
It's a self-checkout discount.
Yeah.
Tina.
She's just taking her Christmas bonus for working hard. I would say though, with the everything is powered by. Have y'all not noticed this? I went to search something on like Instagram. Somebody told me their username on Instagram, and I went to go put it in to find them, and here comes AI. Here comes AI trying to like find other alternatives and searches. I'm like, no. Why is the search tab AI? Everything's AI.
I don't know.
I'm old man on the porch right now.
I'm hearing a lot of backlash on AI also. It's kind of trendy to hate AI, but it's also trendy to use AI in work and business and entertainment. I'm kind of all in on AI.
It's trendy, but it's taboo too. Like, everybody's using AI, but nobody wants to like admit it. They're like,
you tell someone you got your logo because you used AI, and they'll have pitchforks and torches outside your apartment that day.
I used to like only use ChatGPT here and there.
Yeah.
And then
it's okay. It's a safe space. You can talk about it.
Nobody hears this.
No, you're good.
Just us.
And now I use it all the time now. Last week we had it read our palm. Remember?
Oh,
Thea?
we did have it read our palm. Not we. I wasn't part of it.
Because one of my friends, she was like, "Oh, you can like ask ChatGPT to like do this, and it'll give you, this whatever answer." And then I was like, "Oh, it could read your palm and tell you that." And I'm like, "This is just crazy." That just at the tip of my fingers, I just pull out my phone and ask this app.
Yeah. Not good.
Well, another step to that, right?
We're taking away fortune tellers.
Maybe this is an entry drug or a gateway drug into getting too deep into AI. Because I've seen videos of people that ask these AI computer programmings, hey, act like my girlfriend. And they will talk to them as if they are a significant other. And they'll keep that alive, and that will fulfill that purpose in their life. They don't need an actual relationship with the person because they quick type, hey, honey, how was your day? Yeah.
I just thought of something.
Yeah?
We learned this offseason that Aaron Rodgers is married.
Yes.
Have we confirmed? Have we confirmed who he's married to? Has there been like some kind of a picture, announcement, some kind of TMZ footage? All we've seen is a wedding band, to my knowledge.
I was thinking about this when we played his sound about ending the year, love, fun.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe he's just feeling really good because he's married now. He has someone, is a significant other. But I haven't seen anything about who that is. And you can keep it private.
I'm okay with that too.
But there's paparazzi. People are everywhere. There's no way whoever he's married to is just hiding at home all the time.
C-Cat's on it.
There is a movie from 2013 with Joaquin Phoenix called Her, where the main character is in a loving relationship with an artificially intelligent operating computer.
Oh my gosh.
Voiced by Scarlett Johansson. Not outside the realm of possibility.
Okay.
If he is an enigma, why are we going to put him past having a relationship with not a human being?
I recently saw a podcast. Who was the soccer player Aaron Rodgers was with?
Soccer player.
Or was it the NASCAR driver? Was it Danica Patrick?
It was Danica Patrick. Yes, ex-NASCAR driver.
I saw a podcast where she talked about her relationship with Aaron Rodgers in maybe one of the most negative lights I've ever seen a woman confidently speak about, especially another public figure.
That relationship was a while ago, too.
It
So you
was.
would think time would kind of heal things a little bit.
Yeah, but she was like, she's never felt worse about herself. And I wish we had the sound here. Maybe we'll pull it up in the other side. But she said she never felt worse about herself than the time that she spent with him. And like she felt like she was like almost reborn after she got away. That is crazy. Now, we've all been in bad relationships. I don't know if I've ever felt that way about somebody or had somebody say something like that about me, knock on wood. All I'm saying is, if you got people talking about you in a relationship like that, you're popping out married in the age of AI being all the way there. CCAT saying people are telling ChatGPT to be their girlfriend. I'm just not ruling anything out. I'm not saying it's true. That's why we put on the theoretical music. These are just things we're conjuring up here as we think about the career and legacy of Aaron Rodgers. Maybe the one thing that makes him most happy could be a relationship with AI. I wouldn't put it past him. The dude is absolutely profound in the way in which he pushes the needle on what is standard and normal in society versus what is only accepted maybe by him. Have you found a new girlfriend here yet, Tina? Or wife?
No, and it's just so crazy that it just says like the identity of his new wife remains a mystery.
CCAT has, this is the audio from Danica.
This is from the Sage Steel podcast or show.
I wouldn't recommend it, but I would recommend listening to this sound right here.
Hey, credit where it's due. This is from her show.
What's the most amount of pain you've experienced?
The breakup with Aaron in 2020.
Why?
Because it was sudden and because the nature of the relationship was emotionally abusive, so that wore me down to nothing. Everything was torn to bits. He leaves a trail of blood. I don't think I'm saying too much, earth-shattering stuff. There's been enough out there.
There has been, especially recently, and it's
But it gave me the greatest gift.
Right.
The greatest gift, which was myself.
Bruh, that was his significant other.
Trail of blood.
Yeah,
This started a positive Aaron Rodgers note.
I
Listen,
know,
when we got in the airwaves at 2
know.
o'clock, we were talking about new leaf, Aaron Rodgers. Finally, he gave us his authentic self with a direct answer on whether or not Aaron Rodgers was going to have one last season, that season be this year. And it's turned into maybe Aaron Rodgers is in a relationship with artificial intelligence because he couldn't handle a human relationship, i.e. Danica Patrick saying trail of blood in their relationship.
Okay.
It's about a wild 93 minutes.
It feels I won't comment on whether or not all of his relationships have been utter disasters like what Danica Patrick said right there. But clearly, that sounds like hell, whatever the hell he put her through or they went through together. I don't know.
What if she's being dramatic, though?
That is awfully dramatic.
What if he just didn't want to answer the question, what do you want for dinner? And,
But
here's the other thing I know. Like, a strange relationship with all of his immediate family. I'm just like...
That's true. If you point the finger saying, you're the jerk, you're the jerk, you're the jerk, apparently, eventually, they might not be the jerk.
I'm no doctor, I'm no psychiatrist, I'm no therapist, but everybody's wrong but one dude? I don't know. That is crazy to hear again. I wasn't being dramatic when I said what she said. On the other side, we will finally stop talking about Aaron Rodgers before we get pulled off of the airwaves. It's the happy hour. It's CCAT, it's Tina, it's Theo Dorsey. It's Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
What would you do with an extra $700? You can earn up to $700 per year with Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Boost Checking pays 7.0 annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $700 extra to do what you love. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit one checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, proud partner of Florida Atlantic University Athletics.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
A resort destination beyond compare, yet conveniently close to home. The Breakers Palm Beach offers everything you desire with the service you deserve in a breathtaking oceanfront setting. Immerse yourself in unparalleled seaside glamour and enjoy all the Breakers has to offer as you create lasting memories with those who matter most. The best part, you don't have to travel far to feel worlds away. Visit thebreakers.com or call 1-800-BREAKERS today.
Summer is heating up, and so are the St. Lucie Mets. Clover Park is the top summer destination for sports fans looking to get the most bang for their buck in July. Be there for all the excitement on the field and in the stands. The biggest and best fireworks show on the Treasure Coast is coming to Clover Park on Thursday, July 3rd. Tickets are on sale now at stluciemets.com. See you at the ballpark this summer.
As market dynamics change, the quality and service you receive from your accounting firm shouldn't. Partner-owned since 1923, Anshin Accountants and Advisors take the time to get to know you and your unique circumstances to help resolve complex issues and develop innovative tax and accounting solutions tailored to meet your goals. If you're a high-net-worth individual or business owner eager for a strategy to maximize tax savings, let Anshin deliver value where others can't. Visit anchin.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, recalculating what's possible.
Mike Rizzo here with the Sports Business Minute presented by the FAU MBA in Sport Management program. Arguably the most successful and recognized team in the NBA, the Los Angeles Lakers, have officially been sold. $10 billion. The Buss family has agreed to sell a majority stake of the Los Angeles Lakers to businessman Mark Walter. $10 billion. So let's rewind back to 1979, where Dr. Jerry Buss purchased the Los Angeles Lakers, the Forum, and the Los Angeles Kings for $67.5 million. The Buss family, great players and coaches, made the Lakers what they are today, but it's a new chapter. This is the Sports Business Minute presented by the FAU MBA in Sport Management program. Accelerate your career in sports with the program committed to developing top-notch executives and managers with a focus on the job placement for students and graduates. The FAU MBA in Sport Management program.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
So let it rip.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
There are only 3 players to have won 2 NBA titles since 2020. Only 3 players to do so. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the Nuggets and the Lakers. Alex Caruso with the Lakers and newly minted with the Oklahoma City Thunder. And the third one, Drew Holiday with the Milwaukee Bucks. And then with the Boston Celtics, Drew Holiday, who now is headed to the Portland Trail Blazers, where his championship winning streaks likely done. Don't see any championships coming his way. What I do see potentially coming his way, if he locks in with my good people.
Hey, Culligan man!
Clean water. Refreshing water. You know, ridding himself of those mystery floaties that are within the drinking water in his home. You know, summer's officially here. The temperatures are rising, but your water still should not be full of those mystery floaties. can't see the contaminants in your water. You can't look at the faucet after you turn the nozzle right and say, oh, so there's an issue here. Instead, what you need to do is bring Culligan out to your home and get that free water test. Culligan has the water testing and the reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. All right, try Culligan today for just $10 a month. You can afford that. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com to schedule your free water test. That's Culligan.com.
Hey, Culligan man.
Place to go, place to be. Ah, man. All right, so C-Cat, there was a debate that happened on ESPN Radio, heard here on ESPN 106.3. We don't have the actual audio from it, right?
No.
But we do have the parameters of said debate. Our friend, Super Bowl champion Chris Canty from Unsportsmanlike, 6 to 10 a.m. with Evan Cohen and Michelle Smallman. He predicted that the Pacers would win the NBA Finals in 7 games. He said Pacers in 7. Our other good friend, Jonathan Zaslow, voice of the 305, joins us every Thursday here on Theoretically Speaking, also Zaslow Show 2.0. He predicted the Thunder would win in a sweep. He said Thunder in 4. Pacers in 7, Thunder in 4. Now, as we know, Tina, what was the actual result of the NBA Finals?
Thunder in 7.
Thunder in 7.
On fire.
So, yeah, thank you. That was good.
I don't want to be booed again.
Yeah, that's the thing. You start off with a boo, and now you're just trying to like reclaim your status.
Yeah.
Both of them got it wrong, right? Like we can all agree that
wrong.
Everybody got it wrong. The question is, who was more right?
I love semantics.
Between Canty and Zaslow. Canty said Pacers in 7. Zaslow said Thunder in 4. The question is, who is more right? And I have never been like more confident on something that seems to be a 50-50 split. Remember when there was the blue dress, gold dress thing or whatever?
Yes.
And I was like, blue dress. And then like 3 weeks later, I was like, oh, I see it.
It's also Yanni versus Laurel. That was another one where, what did you hear? Some people heard a Yanni.
Yeah.
Or a brainstorm.
Yeah.
There's many of these.
I think this is an easy answer.
This one is an easy answer for me as well. And on 3, we're all going to give our answers. Since it's so easy on Theoretically Speaking, and we are good people, and we all think alike, we're going to give our answer on 3.
So, and then the 2 options are Pacers in 7 or Thunder in 4.
4, yes. Pacers in 7 or Thunder in 4. Which prediction is more correct? Are y'all ready?
Yes.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Pacers in 7. What did you say,
I said Canty.
Right. Well, okay, we did it.
Okay.
We did it. So we all agree.
Tina, I just said.
Well, it was easier to say Zaz or Canty.
But the audience doesn't know.
Yeah, no, you can't
just said Chris Canty said this.
That was 45 seconds ago.
You can't take your own liberties.
Okay, hey, we were all right here.
That's why I
not.
paused Theo and I said, okay, what are we going to say so that it's all in unison?
I thought you were just being reminded of what are the options.
No.
Not say this.
All right, so
okay, fine.
when's the last time you played team sports?
A team sport?
Yeah. GKB is a team sport.
GKB, I played every day.
No, but when's the last time you played in team? Because that's like if somebody's trying to break a huddle down.
But that's different. You say like team on 3, team on 3, 1, 2, 3, team.
That's kind of what we just did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
I just don't understand why you would
it was so easy saying Canty
or Zaz.
Now
you got the Bluebirds.
It's going to be tough. You got 8 minutes of content time to make up. It's going to be brutal.
Okay, would you rather do Canty or Zaz then?
No, we can redo it.
We can redo it?
And I'll say the right thing.
The right thing, okay.
So who was more right?
Yes. NBA Finals predictions. Who was more right? Chris Canty said Pacers in 7.
Okay.
Jonathan Zaslow said Thunder in 4. Who was more right of the 2 incorrect predictions? And we're just going to say either Pacers in 7 or Thunder in 4.
Okay.
All at the same time to see if we all agree on who was right.
Okay.
All right, we ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Pacers in 7.
There we go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly. Congratulations, Canty. I'm sorry we had to break it down like this. And Jonathan Zaslow is our guy. He joins us once a week. If this was a favoritism thing, we would have picked his side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get how this is a debate.
I don't either. But I think Joe Fortenbaugh was trying to argue on behalf of Zaslow, and I believe a couple of the producers as well were getting in on it, Vegas East. And they were saying that potentially – they were saying because he picked the right winner, because he said the Thunder would win the series, he was more correct.
Right, because there's a couple of bets you can make. You can bet on the number of games in the series in general.
Yeah.
You can bet on the team who wins the NBA Finals. You can bet the team who wins and the amount of games it takes them to win. So if they all made those 3 bets, there's only one winning ticket for either of them.
Yeah.
Canty got the game number correct, did not get the champion correct. Didn't get the champion and the game number correct. And Zaslow got the champion correct, but he did not get the game number correct, and he didn't get the team and game number correct.
So, and the question is, too, if you were telling both of these guys as bets and you made them all as 3 separate bets, right? You do Thunder in 4. You also do Thunder to win the series, and you do series to go 4 games. You do the same thing for Canty. Pacers in 7, Pacers to win the series, and the series to go 7 games. Zaslow, his bet,
which is Thunder in 4.
Thunder in 4. His bet for the Pacers or for the Thunder to sweep would have lost after game 1. His other bet for the series to go 4 would have been thrown away after game 2. Now you're just crossing your fingers and hoping the Thunder win. And what were the odds for the Thunder to win before the series tipped off?
Minus 750.
Yeah, you're pissed. yeah, you're pissed. You're like, this sucks.
You get crumbs.
Whereas on Canty's side, Pacers in 7, all of his bets literally survived all the way until game 7. That means all along the way, not only do you have a living ticket through Sunday, you also have several opportunities to hedge said bets. And the one bet that did hit, series to go 7 games, much better odds than the one bet that Zaslow would have hit, which was the Thunder to win. Series to go 7 had to be plus odds.
Yeah.
So, Chris Canty, I'm throwing the gavel down. I know exactly where it's at. Didn't take me a second and a half to find it. You win this bet. You win this bet. And Jonathan Zaslow, much love to you. We'll chop it with you on Thursday, but I don't want to hear any more bickering. It's been settled.
You know, I kind of wish one of us had a different opinion because that is the power of sports talk and debate.
Yeah.
But it seems like we're just all too smart to be wrong in this argument.
Yeah, what's right is right.
Good job, Tina.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That just, I'm like, I don't really have I have a very clear answer.
Yeah. It shouldn't even be, that was ridiculous. Zaslow, I mean, again, I'm glad he stands 10 toes down. He also says the Stanley Cup, Lord's Stanley Cups, that's the hardest trophy in all of sports to win. He's wrong on that, too. We'll save that for Thursday when he's here to defend himself, though. Do we have a last call?
Yes, we do.
Uh-oh.
And today's last call is a little bit different.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
This is going to be who said this.
Okay. All right. We have to guess the quote.
And I'll give you a hint. It is around the NBA Finals.
Okay.
Just asked if he was okay. Obviously, he wasn't.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Why would Tyrese Halliburton ask if he was himself okay?
He wouldn't ask that.
Why would he ask that? Who would he ask? Who is he checking on the health of as he is in agonizing pain pounding the floor, CK?
All right, what's your genius answer?
I don't know.
John Halliburton.
No, why would... Okay, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Mark Daigneault.
No.
Brian Windhorst.
No.
Stephen A. Smith.
No.
Sage Steele.
Jonathan Zaslow.
No.
Rick Carlisle.
No.
Repeat the quote again.
Just asked if he was okay. Obviously, he wasn't.
We're talking about Halliburton, I'm guessing, is hurt. So this is from the finals. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. Because Shai ran over to Tyrese Halliburton after Hallie popped his Achilles. Because he did that move on Shai. So, yeah, I was pretty good. For me. And that was brought to you by, actually, Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Your last call, courtesy of Shai, Finals MVP. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Is joint pain affecting your quality of life? At Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, our team is experienced in traditional joint replacement surgery, as well as new, less invasive treatments, with the goal of returning you to what you love as quickly as possible. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. More happy hour, more Tina, more CCAT, and more of the boy as we continue. Theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Is your credit on life support? Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach will be hosting a credit clinic at the dealership today and tomorrow. Local bank representatives will be on site to grant special approval to consumers who meet certain minimum criteria. If you have a job bringing home $350 weekly, the credit clinic at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach wants to approve you so you can drive home your new Kia today. Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach will be hosting a credit clinic at the dealership today and tomorrow. Hello, is this thing on? I repeat, Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach will be hosting a credit clinic at the dealership today and tomorrow. If you have a job bringing home $350 weekly, the credit clinic wants to approve you for a new Kia today. So what are you waiting for? Don't miss the credit clinic today and tomorrow at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. Call 800-NEW-KIAs or go online at greenwaykiawestpalmbeach.com.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Credit affects down payment and approval term.
It's a Twin Peaks Tuesday. Twin Peaks, the ultimate sports lodge for eats, drinks, and scenic views. This is ESPN 106.3.
The weather is heating up and summer is here. Stay cool with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can take advantage of 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong in sports, not in your home. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is the name you can trust since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today. Game day comfort starts now. Don't sweat the small stuff.
This is ESPN 106.3, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Find official rules for all your favorite ESPN West Palm contests by visiting ESPNWestPalmContests.com. That's ESPNWestPalmContests.com. You're listening to ESPN 106.3, the ESPN app, and streaming on your smart speaker.
Reincarnated, I was stargazing. Life goes on, I need all my babies.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. That's why we just did a one-year deal. Steelers didn't need to, put any extra years on that or anything. So, this was really about finishing with a lot of love and fun and peace for the career that I've had. I mean, I played 20 freaking years. It's been a long run, and I've enjoyed it. And what better place to finish than in one of the cornerstone franchises of the NFL?
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
I am happy for Aaron Rodgers. I have nary a negative word for the man. All right? That is your Baptist Health offseason football report. Rodgers confirming on the Pat McAfee show early on today that this will be the curtain call, the final year in the 21-year career that is Aaron Rodgers. He has one Super Bowl championship. He has 4 MVPs. He's got a lot of playoff losses, but he also is a guy that was one of the great talents we've ever seen at that position. Aaron Rodgers calling it quits after this year. Your Baptist Health Orthopedic Care offseason football report.
Now, Tina, you're a Steelers fan. What would the Steelers have to do this year for you to be like, wow, this was a successful season?
I think just have a winning record.
So that's just what they've been doing.
The standard's been so low. Oh,
that's what I'm saying. I love this for Rodgers, though. He set the bar is the floor for him. It is.
Yeah.
So you're content with another first-round exit maybe, or even missing the playoffs? You'll be okay with that? Successful season?
I don't really just see that happening.
You know what I would say, though? And this, I'll say this, and this is not hate. This is not hate.
Usually when someone says that first, it's totally hate.
I would say success for Rodgers, it's like this weird Venn diagram, but the opposite of that. Success is either 4 wins for the Steelers and they get to pick a quarterback at the top of the draft next year, or it's 10 wins and they make the postseason and he gets a playoff victory. Either one of those two things are success for the Steelers side of things. I'm not necessarily concerned with the success, quote unquote, for Rodgers. He ain't got nothing left to prove to me, to you, to the rest of the NFL. He's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Nothing this season is going to happen that makes his career that much more lofty or impressive. It's a tough AFC. So either he makes the playoffs and wins a game, or he, for the first time, it will be an accomplishment, by the way, for the first time, somebody's able to be so abysmal that the Steelers can pick in the top 5. That's what Aaron Rodgers can do for them. That's success.
Like, Tina, would you be, I don't know, would you like to go 9-win season, 9-8, keep that streak alive, or would you rather be having like this rookie quarterback coming in next year? Yes, you sit through one calendar year of poor Steelers football, but there's that hope. There's that top dog in the draft, or one of the top dogs in the draft. What 2026 reality do you want to live in?
I don't want him to lose. That's my team. I want Rodgers to win.
You want to go into every single game,
to win
every single game. I appreciate that.
They want an undefeated season. The Steelers, if the Steelers win 9 games, that would be a failure. If the Steelers win 4 games, that will be a success. All right? Just saying. If you want to finally break out of purgatory, you either need a top 5 pick or you need Aaron Rodgers to play like a Hall of Famer. And given what he's done the past 3 years, that's just not the reality. It's not me hating. He was healthy all last year. CCAT, how many games did he win again? 5. So
guessed right.
This is just exactly, this is what you get. Russo and Rizzo is next here on ESPN 106.3. Go in love. Go in peace. Go enjoy.
Banyan Printing. For 47 years, the trusted partner for all your printing, mailing, and signage needs. And 2025 just brought something big to Banyan. Introducing Banyan's new press. Bigger, faster, and more competitively priced than anything you'll find anywhere in the Palm Beaches. Think variable data postcards, bulk mailings, and high-quality print on stocks up to a 24-point board. Banyan Printing.